So I want to talk about AEW. I'm going to talk about the main event scene. Now, what I have to say is that I'm glad that we have a lot of people who want that title, okay? A lot of people want that AEW World Heavyweight title. Well, we have a lot of competitors. Now, the AEW World Heavyweight Champion at the moment is Jon Moxley. Now, I love his run. I already said I love this whole storyline with the Death Fighters. I feel like it makes the AEW World Heavyweight title feel important. Because Jon Moxley won that title, he thinks he literally rules AEW. He thinks it makes him the king. It literally makes him the king. And that's why he's been trying to run through everybody, right? And so we recently have seen him. He defended the title in that three-way match at World's End. And he defended it against Hangman Page and Jay White. Now, there is another storyline going on. But I just want to say for that match, I wish that we had gotten more time without the shenanigans. Because let me tell you, Wheeler Yuta and Claudio were all over that match, and I was annoyed. On a side note, Christopher Daniels told Hangman Page that he would have his back, and he was nowhere near that match when all these Death Fighters decided to completely interrupt anybody's chances of ever getting that title. Okay? And then the match just ended, right? It just ended. John won. He pinned, if I'm correct, I think he pinned Jay White. Again, if I'm wrong, just leave it in the comments below. And then after the match, we got the return of Adam Copeland. And he came out with FTR because those are his best friend. And like I had already talked about this in the tag team division video that I did about AEW. But FTR has been having a feud with the Death Riders because they tried to save Orange Cassidy's life. And the Death Riders didn't appreciate it. And so, you know, there's been a whole thing with those two groups going on here. And then now Adam Copeland is back and he's like, you're messing with my friends, right? And so Adam Copeland is also looking to get that title. He's not the only one. Okay, I love when we have so many different competitors that can go for that title. Jay White still wants that title. He feels cheated because, like I said, all the shenanigans that happened at World's End. Let me tell you, we cannot stand Wheeler Yuta. This is what I'm going to say about this. This whole Death Rider thing has made Wheeler Yuta much more interesting. Much more interesting. He keeps costing everybody the title. First, it was Jay White. He pulled him out of the referee, I think, out of the ring when he was about to count the 3 count, and he cost Jay White the match. And then we just had a gauntlet thing, and I'll talk about that more in a little bit. But I'm loving their little budding feud that's going on. I feel like because Judah is such a loyal ally to Jon Moxley, he's stopping everybody who says they want that title. He's getting in their way, whether it's for you to be the #1 contender or for you to win that match so that you can win the title, right? And it's not just him. Claudio gets involved, Pat gets involved all the time, and Shafir. Yo, that Blade Runner on Shafir was the best thing because she be getting on my nerves because it's always her. She's always distracts them, and then Jon Moxley comes in and just sneak through the back, and it's over. It's over because once he has the upper hand on you, Jon is going to try to kill you, right? And so anyway, that's his gimmick. And so I've been really enjoying that. And so now we have Adam Copeland. Let me finish with the whole Adam Copeland thing because he and, like I said, there's a lot of stories. There's a lot of stories going on in the main event scene. So with Adam Copeland, he's trying to defend FTR. He doesn't like how the Death Riders, you know, they kidnapped him and try to beat him up. And so he's been trying to go against Jon Moxley and his Death Riders. And there was a match that they had on New Year's Bash. I think it was Jon Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, and Claudio, if I'm correct, versus FTR and Adam Copeland. And Adam Copeland and FTR won that match. They won the match, right? And so then we come to this week where we have them talking and he's saying, you don't get to do that to my friends. And then, you know, Jon Moxley, of course, he's going to come out. And he's going to come out with his Death Riders. And what did he do? They got the advantage. They got the advantage and then they left Adam Copeland unconscious in the ring. You know, because if you even think about going after Jon Moxley's title, he ain't going to let you even get near him. He going to make sure to take you out before you can even come this close to taking his title. Okay? That's what he's been doing to people. That's what he's been doing to people. And it's not even over because we just had the Casino Gauntlet. Because like I said, he already defended it against Adam Page, and he defended against Jay White, and he won. Jon Moxley won, so we need a new number one contender. So this past Dynamite, we had the men's Casino Gauntlet, and so it was really good. It was really good. We had, let me tell you, I could tell you. We had Jay White, we had Adam Page, Wheeler Yuta, Ricochet, Adam Cole, Daniel Garcia, Powerhouse Hobb, Roderick Strong, Lance Archer, Kyle O'Reilly, and Jeff Jarrett, right? And so that's another thing. All these people that I mentioned, of course, want a title shot. Who doesn't want a title shot? Jeff Jarrett has already been very vocal. This is going to be his last year wrestling, and he is going for the biggest title that he can, and that's Jon Moxley's title. And I was telling you, we're going to get back to Yuta, right? Here we go, we're going to get back to him. Because he took out Double J before he could even get in that gauntlet match just for saying that he wanted the title. Yo, he kept that man in the back. And he took away the opportunity from Jay White again for him to be the number one contender in that gauntlet match. Like, Wheeler Yuta was there just trying to defend Jon Moxley's opportunities. Basically, just trying to make sure that he didn't get to go against somebody who has already said they wanted the title. And so, not just that. We also have MJF. MJF also was like, hey, bro, I want my Triple B back. He already said it, especially once he was done with Adam Cole. With Adam Cole. Like, once he was done with that feud, he's like, I'm done with you. I won the match. I want my title back. He wants his Triple B, right? And so, like I said, there's a lot of players in the main event scene, a lot of players. But regardless, the gauntlet match happened, and the new number one contender is Powerhouse Hobbs. Didn't see that coming. Like, I read you the list of who was there, and I was like, there's a lot of good contenders. There's a lot of good contenders here. Who's going to win? And didn't see Powerhouse Hobbs winning at all. To be honest with you, after he had that match with Takeshita, I felt like he was floating again. Like, it was like before he had joined the Don Callis family, you know, back when before he got injured, way before then, right? He was kind of just floating around, I felt, like a lot of squash matches, and we were going back to those squash matches, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna do this again. But now he's the number one contender for the title for next week for AEW Maximum Mayhem. And so I'm really happy to see this. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure the Death Riders are gonna figure out a way to get Jon Moxley to keep that title, but it's nice to see somebody new, and not just that, he's a powerhouse. His name is Powerhouse Hobbs. He's a big guy. He's a beefy man. And so I don't feel like I've seen Jon Moxley go against a powerhouse in a while. And so I'm really looking forward to this match. You know, after the gauntlet match was over, Jeff Jarrett had some things to say, saying, you know, I'm going to keep trying to get that title. I don't care. And then MJF came out and was like, you know what? I'll help you. If I help you get the title, I get your first shot at your title. And Jeff was like, bye. Okay, bro, I don't need your help. And left him standing right in that ring. Okay? And then later on, when I told you, you know, later on in the day, when we had Jon Moxley and FTR and all that stuff happening, Powerhouse Hobbs is the one who came out for the save. He came out for the save. As soon as he got in the ring, yo, it's like when you turn on the light and, you know, there's roaches and it's dark, and then you turn, they scattered. That's what they did. They scattered like roaches. They did not come near. They did not come near Powerhouse Hobbs. Again, if I'm wrong, just let me know. But I know he did the save. I know he did the save. I know he came out and did the save, and they scattered like roaches, because that's a big guy. That's a big guy. Okay? But that is the main event scene. It's very overcrowded. I don't want to say convoluted. I think there's so many different people that can actually go for that title, and that tells you the talent that AEW has. And I like that we're getting so many different contenders for this title. We should. A lot more wrestlers should be wanting to face Jon Moxley, even though he's crazy, because they want that title. Anyway, that's all I have to say about the main event scene. Thank you for watching.